Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Nasty Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit. I'm Crispy Mark. I'm Crispy on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. How you doing out there on this? It's supposed to be like 9 to 4 to 5 inches of snow. The snow didn't show up, so we looking good in the city of Detroit. We got a little brisk going on. It's what is it like? 4 degrees, 2 degrees?
Yeah, you know what's crazy, man? Because they say it's 4 degrees outside, but it feels like negative 17.
What?
So the wind chill. So my thing is, if it feel like negative 17, then it's fucking negative 17. It ain't no 5 degrees. Like the wind chill, whatever it feel like, that's what the temperature is.
Man,
I think they do that because they don't want to like frighten people. And like you say, it's negative 17 outside. They go, oh shit, it's Armageddon. Like we in fucking Anchorage, Alaska, or some shit. You know what I mean? We're gonna act like they got to go out and buy all the toilet paper and the milk and shit. Like,
and that's what they was doing
that's
too.
That's what they was doing. Actually, that's actually what they was doing. Meyer was in a frenzy. Walmart, it was going crazy.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you see these
Beats Gordy in the building. What's happening?
What up, though? You see these people just going crazy. Folks ain't coming to work. Folks telling their kids to go. And then I woke up. I went to work at like 1 in the morning. I walk outside. I'm like, where the snow at, man? Where is the snow at? Folks fell for the okey doke. If you ain't learned from the COVID, what COVID is? It's still lingering.
How about this? I got a better one for you. Where's monkeypox?
Where bed bugs at? We still got bed. Who got bed bugs?
People still got them.
I ain't, man. They ran that. They ran that up. They ran monkeypox up. They run everything up. And I'm like, dude. They said that there's gonna be so much snow to the point where like the grid might go out. I said, come on, man. Go get new tires because you don't know what's gonna happen. Stock up on 3 days worth of I say,
everything.
Man, you scaring people before Christmas? Before the fat, shady white guy that they just made up come down your chimney? That's what we doing now? I'd say, come on, man. We can't be living like this, man. And the name of the show, man, you gotta be free from people, man. You gotta be free from people, man. So listen, I'm back. I was gone for 2 weeks and everything. I think the 1 week I had my daughter's dance recital. They last dance recital of the school year, and then the following week I had to go down to Atlanta to represent Jackson State. HBCU in the building. Went down there, got my heart broken. Got my heart broken by it ain't by Deion Sanders. I just got my heart broken.
Deion Sanders.
I don't want to put that on one man. Listen. At the end of the day, I thank Deion Sanders for coming to ABC. I'm a little salty though. I'm a little salty, Mark, and we talked about this off the air. Right. I'm a little salty about this because just about how he. First of all, the perception of Deion Sanders and what people was putting out there, it was all wrong. It was all wrong because, one, you had to be down there amongst the people to understand what happened. So, his stuff getting stolen. That was the first year.
Man.
His radio got stolen. That was the first year. The situation
Son's car got broken into, I believe.
That was the first year. Dude, shit. People car get broken in every day, B. People car get broken in every day, but first of all, when his stuff got stolen the first time, his wallet and all that type stuff, they didn't report his stuff got brought back to him the same day. When his car got broken in and they stole his boom box, of course I shouldn't. The person that took his boom box brought it back the next day. So all of this stuff, all the things that happened to Deion Sanders down there at Jackson State, dude, Jackson ain't nothing but like a big family down there, so they knew who stole the stuff. They went right around the corner and got the stuff, man. Niggas steal every day, B. They steal every day. But the thing about what they're not gonna tell you is how, first of all, I got love for Jackson. My mama from Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. My Aunt Bonnie still stay down there. My whole family still stay down. One thing that you not gonna hear is Mississippi is the most best kept secret city in the United States to get the shit popping. Like, if you want to have a good time, go to the SIP. And you only call it the SIP if you've been down there. You don't call it Mississippi. You call it the SIP. You go down there, you party. The love is, Dion had love down there. When he went down there, it was a fun. First of all, Jackson already been popping. All Dion did was just jump in and elevated it just a slight way with this entertainment. Jackson has always been popping. Country ass town with some fine ass women, with some good ass weather, with some good ass eats, and some loving. Come on, man. You can't take that. You can't take that from them people down there. But what Dion did, and I'm gonna tell you what he did, Mark. When you start talking about God, and God told you to come down there in football, you untouchable. This dude said, God told me to come down there. I'd rather for you not to say God didn't look, don't bring God into the situation. That's all. Them folks down there, man, they believe in God down there. That's all they got down there. So when Dion came down there, I mean, listen, man, Mr. Deion Sanders, you sold them people a good dream.
So you think he pandered to the people via religion?
Yes. So this is what I need y'all to do. Go look at what he's talking about on Colorado. He's at the University of Colorado. He's not talking about God there. The white folks don't want to hear God. Deion Sanders is a salesman. He sold the people what he told the people exactly what he was going to do. He sold them a dream.
Was it a dream, or did he actually go there and do what he said that he was going to do?
He went and did exactly what he did, Mark. I can't take that away from him.
So was it a dream that he was selling? You just don't like the way he packaged and sold it to the people he used. He's almost like a politician.
It was kind of it was like a preacher. He came down there, spoke their language down there, because them black folks down there in Jackson, Mississippi, they love God. He came down there and became like a preacher. He said the right things, and you know, he said things as far as like, you know, I'm gonna build the community. And these people that look like me, the boys, they gonna get taught by me. We are black men. I'm gonna teach these men, and he did exactly what he did. I mean, he did exactly
the time period that he was there.
Yeah,
so do you want to? So is he? What should he have stayed there longer and not taken that $450 million?
When you brought God into the situation, the culture, and then it's not about the money. And then when white folks, because you got to think about this.
It wasn't about the money when he was there.
No, it wasn't about the money when he was there. But when he started, you got to think about this. When Dion wanted to coach, he wanted to coach at one of them white colleges. The white colleges didn't want to fuck with him.
But when he went there and showed them
exactly what he was going to do, them white colleges was like,
oh, okay.
Oh damn, he down there doing it like that. And then Dion became the most highly recruited coach in America.
What is it, $5 million a year?
They give him the $5 million, and then it's incentives, man, to the point where this dude might be like, I think they got 5 years. I mean, $5 million, $5 million a year, and then he's able to make between what I read up to $30 million with incentives. That means, you know, if they win, he can get even more. And then the kicker is, Mark, this is what I read. They haven't even gave him the whole $5 million yet. they building it up. Like they donors, like they boosters got to go. They got to lobby this money. They got to go get the money. So they ain't even gave you the money, but you believe these white folks.
Well, if it's in contract that they're going to pay him that, like they can, it's just like the Adidas deal with Kanye. They're not going to give him that
You're right.
billion up.
You're right.
It's projected. That's because that's how much he's going to make per game for that year and for those years. You know what I mean? So they're not going to pay you everything up front. You ain't even played the games yet.
Yeah, and then the thing that I want black folks to understand this. If you ain't never been down to Jackson, Mississippi, if you ain't never been to a HBCU game, it's hard for you to come and tell me what you really think, what he should have did, because you don't know nothing about this culture. You assume that this culture is why not? Why he shouldn't have took the money? Because when you at the HBCU, it ain't about the money, man. It's about the culture. It's about the people. It's about the love. But when you running after money, you don't give a fuck about that. So when you got Shannon Sharp making his assessment on certain stuff, Stephen A. Smith, and these dudes went to HBCU. But then at every HBCU got bourgeoisie Negroes that just, dude, you got certain people that just, they gravitate towards money, man. If money is your God, go to your God. And all I want to say is, look, much love to Deion Sanders at Colorado. Just know it's going to be a different season there. Your meat ain't going to be seasoned right like it was at Jackson, Mississippi. The love ain't going to be right at Jackson, Mississippi. The camaraderie of black folks is not going to be right. It's going, God, you going to go to Colorado. You got the bag. You got your money. Cool. Get your $5 million. But what price are you going to have to take? Like what somebody gonna call you a nigga out your name. Somebody gonna write nigga on your shit. Somebody gonna and once again I'm just making assessment because you down there amongst wolves. I mean, you down there amongst people that really they breed football. They don't care about no fucking culture. They don't care about all that shit. You go to Colorado, now you down there. You at cold-ass Colorado.
Your boy Troy said, DB, you still sound hurt.
Dude, see, once again, if Troy Clay ain't never been to a HBCU game, how can you relate to me, man? How can you relate to me? I'm black. Dude, I came out of Southwestern, didn't know about my culture. I go down to somewhere at Tougaloo College that raised me, showed me how to be a black man, showed me how to be presentable to black women, showed me how important it is to when I walk up on the scene and I'm at a HBCU to present myself to the point where I can destroy and manifest and handle any position anytime because I'm at a HBCU. That's what they teach you there. It's not about, I'm hurt. It's the love. When you love something, you gonna fight for it, man. You don't never hear me talk about Michigan, do you, Mark? No. Yeah, I ain't. The fuck I'm talking about Michigan for, and I know Michigan don't give a fuck about me, man. That's the hurt. When you talk about somebody that don't fuck with you and don't give a care about you, that's hurt. But like I said, I was in Atlanta, and it was black love down in Atlanta, man. Black love down there last week. We lost. Mark, we lost. After the game, you know what happened? North Carolina Central was partying with Jackson State, and Jackson State was partying with Tuskegee, and Tuskegee was partying with Howard, and Howard was partying with Spelman, and Spelman was partying with Morehouse, and Morehouse. Man, it was black. Look, we lost, but after the game, we was kicking it. They don't do that. They don't do that at Ohio State, Michigan. Motherfucker, I bleed blue. Nigga, if I cut you right now, what the fuck do you bleed? Come on, man. Come on, man. Look, man. Black folks, you got to get back to your culture, man. We got to get back to your culture. If you don't know if you don't know what your culture is, you messed up, man. And I want to give a shout out to my babies at King, man. My daughter, she gonna get mad. She got accepted to Jackson State. She got accepted to Morgan State, and she got accepted to Bethune-Cookman, and she got accepted to Tennessee State. So I'm waiting for her. And then my baby Eden, she got accepted to Spelman and then Howard, and then I'm waiting for her other homegirls because they got accepted. So I'm happy for them, and they giving out more money. More money than when I was in college. So mad love to them and everything. So, you know, and let's get on these Lions, man, because Ty, I'm going to give you your money, man. I stood on this podcast and said the Lions was only going to win 5 games. Mark, them jokers didn't won 7 games, man. They 7-7. They ain't going to do a goddamn, I'm just at 100. They not going to do a goddamn thing, man.
Dave, they're going to the playoffs, Dave.
They going to the playoffs, Mark?
I think so.
Okay. No, Mark.
I'm not no
I
Lions
need
fan.
the
Don't let me
no,
seem like I'm jumping
Mark.
on the
You
bus.
jumped out there in the street now,
here we
Mark.
go.
You jumped out in the street. I need to know if the Lions gonna win their first. Are they going to the playoffs? Because they got to beat the Jets. They going to the playoffs, Mark?
I'm going to say yeah.
Oh, fuck it, Mark. Jump out there in the street, goddamn it, so I can run your ass over. Run your AIDS infested. So hey, listen. If they go in the play, I don't think they're going. I think it's just a bunch. I mean, they won some games. I owe Ty some money. I tagged him and told, I'm a man of my honor. I'm 7-1. This is the first year that I ever lost, and that I said the Lions was gonna do what they did. I'm 7-1. I can take an L. I'm 7-1. I don't think they're gonna win the playoff game, but hey, listen, man. If you got your Lions gear on, if you got the Lions hat on, hey, mad love to you. I just want to see if you're gonna strap up and go raw. I want to see if they're going to go raw right now, Mark. They got the Jets tomorrow. I want to see if they're going to strap up and go raw. That's all I want to know. It's going to be hard for them Lions fans to go raw. They ain't been, God, you ain't been raw in 57 years. What, Mark, what is you going to do when she take the panties off? The music going to be playing. The candle.
I know you're going to be celebrating.
No.
The first game they lose, you're going to be
listen. I'm not going to say a goddamn thing because that's what people want me to do. I'm going to fall back. All I know is tomorrow, the Lions got the baddest breezy coming to their house. How they going to react, Mark? What are they going to do? They got to cut. They got their presentation. They say presentation is everything. Their presentation got to be hell of a tomorrow. The Lions got the baddest breezy coming to the game tomorrow. What are they going to do? They going to put the condom on? They going to go raw? What are they going to do, Mark? That's all I'm saying. Because, if they going to go raw and you ain't been that boy in 57 years, you might bust off the first stroke, Mark. Ooh, them boys might come up lame. I'm saying. You ain't been in the playoffs. You ain't been in the playoffs, Troy. They ain't been in the playoffs in 57 years. Troy, you ain't got no put in 57 years. Who in this timeline? Troy, you ain't got no put in 57 years. All of a sudden, you hear G. Scott, you ain't got no pull in 57 years. You got the baddest breezy show up on you. You busting off the one stroke. She killing you off the one stroke. She blow on you. You done. You done. What is we talking about? And Mark, they play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That's all I know. They play at 1 o'clock. It's showtime.
I damn don't want to bet you, but I don't want you to lose no more money and shit.
Hey, man, Ty tagged me and was like, first of all, I tagged Ty. He put the thing up. I'm at work and everything, getting money. I say, man, get your money. Just know that I say, God, I lost the bet. I'm a man of I'm a man of honor, man. Ty lost the bet. Let me tag Ty. Ty, I lost the bet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look at Ty and be like, nah, man, or just fade it from Ty. I didn't do that with Ty. Ty Campbell and Mo, I was on that porch and we betted. First time I betted with Ty, and then this nigga beat me, guy. Everybody else I was smashing. See, but Ty know that football shit, guy. That's one thing about he know that football shit. So, hey, it's all good. It's definitely all good. They beating the Jets last. They beat the Jets last week. Well, we gonna see. They've been, but yeah, man. Yeah. So, new music. You heard any new music, Mark, lately?
No, but you know, I got something in regards to music. You know, what I mean, another topic that you would love to talk about.
Okay.
Is a rapper by the name of Big Scar.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about that? Gucci Mane's artist got killed or died. I don't know how yesterday, but go ahead and take it from there, Dave.
The music that I know that that's out. The lady named SZA.
Yeah.
SZA.
Mm-hmm.
Her album is out and everything. I liked it. Some people was hating on the album. I like her album. Her album is it's lightweight fire. She got about like 8 joints on there, boy. I like it. My man, what's his name? Tory Guns. Guns. The guy Guns. His name it's either Tory Guns.
Tony Guns.
Tony Guns. And Dave, of course, his name David. His name David Bars. They got an album out. Of course, that boy slapping. Who else got an album out? Wiz the Kid. I like it. Lately, Mark, I've been rolling with that. I'm at work. I've been rocking to that. Are you hip to Afro beats?
No.
So Wiz the Kid is one of them. One of the Marley Boys is one of them, and their beat is kind of like reggae, but it's kind of soulful. So I've been rocking to that and everything, and that music is. I like that music because I can dance and everything. So, and then last week on the 9th, that's why I didn't show up. The 9th, my wife's birthday was on the 9th, and people was telling me you shouldn't throw a birthday party. Mark, I'm spontaneous. Oh, I'm spontaneous. So her birthday was on the 9th, right? I think I had maybe like 3 weeks to put this birthday party together, and people was like, "Man, you know, you don't need to put a birthday party together that late and everything." I'm like, "Guy, you know what the fuck I am? I jump out there, I call somebody. I even called you, and you like, hey man, no, you can't get my hot shit, but you know, but."
What you talking about?
Her birthday. Remember I called you about the camera and you was like, hey,
yeah.
you get my microphone, but bruh,
Oh.
you not fucking with my camera. Which hey man, cameras cost, Mark.
Yeah, I didn't know what you planned on doing. I thought, I didn't know what you.
Yeah. You know, it once again, it was on some spontaneous shit. It was like maybe like 3 weeks into it and everything, and then and I asked a couple dudes, and they was like, man, you can't pull that off. That's like telling me I can't do it. So when you tell me I can't do something, I revert back to when I'm little as hell, and you telling me I can't beat this person in basketball, or you telling me I can't do this.
It's a challenge for
you.
you.
Kick that shit in.
Challenge on.
Man, kick that shit in high gear.
And we know Dave is competitive about everything.
No, not everything.
Yeah,
Mark,
Dave got to.
Not everything. But when they told me that I don't think you can do it, it's a bad time, man, let me call Angie, let me call my niece, and let me call Jamie. Man, rocking with women that's on their shit, Mark, they'll get you together quick. So I instantly thought, like, I can see why certain dudes would just find women to run their shit. You get the right women on your team, you unstoppable. That's in a war. If you know that you got to strategize to take over another country, or you take over, go get some women. Go get some women to make you line your shit up. Because what Angie did, she lined everything up. Then Jamie took everything that I had, which is my vision, and put it together. And then my niece, all she did was just orchestrate and put things together and was like, nah, go here, go here, go here, go here. Angie was like, I'm going to call here, I'm going to call here. I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to take care of that. Jamie was like, bring everything that you think that's in your, that's the idea, and I'm going to manifest it. And they handled it, man. handled it to the point where, you know, and then my boy, my homeboy, Jamar, he made a movie out the shit, man. And, you know, it turned out to be beautiful and everything. It was like 50 people showed up. It was at the Comfort Zone. Her cousin, the one, Charmaine, the one that had the movie. She was over it, handled it. So I'm like, man, boom, this shit fell right in place and everything. So, and you know, and then that's when I went to Atlanta and everything. So, hey, mad love to them people that helped me to put that together and everything. So, you know, hey, that's what it is and everything. So, but this dude named DJ Twitch, Mark. I'm not familiar with the dude. And when I seen him on my timeline, I was like, who is this dude that they just keep posting? Who is this? Who is this cat? So you know me, I Google him. I'm like, oh, okay. He on Ellen DeGeneres show.
Right.
But when you Google somebody, I Googled, because he on Ellen DeGeneres. First thing popped in my mind was like, okay, Ellen DeGeneres. She gay. That's the first thing popped in my mind. I'm like, okay, let me fade back. Let me do my research. So if she gay, this just automatically clicked in. See if this dude married, or what kind of girl he went, or what kind of girl he got. Went straight to the girl. What kind of girl he had, Mark? This nigga had a snow bunny. And listen, you love who you love. That's it. At the end of the day, you love who you love. So I was like, okay, cool. Because once again, I'm trying to know this dude because everybody is posting about this dude. Now I'm a hip hop dude. I think I know, but and they like one of the most known dudes in our culture. Culture that I don't know. We talking about my culture that I speak life into. My culture that, dude, in my lifetime that helped me build. This dude in my culture. DJ Twitch. So then I start looking at him. I'm like, and Mark, please don't kill me when I do. Please don't judge me. I'm like, this dude, I can see why he called Twitch. He got a little sugar in him. He twitching. Did he not, Mark, have a little like sugar and spice and everything nice? He, as Mo say, he had like the he was kind of like a transformer. Mark, did he? Am I the only person that's gonna say that DJ Twitch was little? He came off a little.
You know, the reason why this is funny to me, because I have, we have another podcast, the Excuse My Truth podcast.
Right.
And I was talking to D-Mac about the situation with Twitch.
That's the gentleman, the Browns.
No, D-Mac is the lady.
Okay.
D-Mac is the lady, the barber. She said, now this is, I guess, just her theory, or it was, her alleged hypothesis for the situation.
Right.
She said that, she think that his wife probably caught him on the down low.
Where he died, Mark?
Huh?
They allegedly say he died in a hotel. I don't know nobody, like if you got a house.
He shot himself.
But he shot himself at a hotel. So I don't know nobody that drives to a hotel and be like, okay, and maybe, I don't know. But if you go to a hotel, you got to be doing something at the hotel. If you got a house. And, and then what people would say is, and this is where the whole thing about freeing yourself up, people. So they start putting images of, this is what suicidal, I gotta text it. This is what suicidal looks like. And I'm like, what are they talking about? This is what suicidal look like. I'm like, I don't know what they talking about. So they start putting pictures up of people that committed suicide, so they'll be happy on the outside but be fucked up in the inside. And so it's kind of like they living a double life when you dealing with those type of feelings and everything. So it's like you put up a front on TV, but behind closed doors or when you with your family, it's like you battling your demons and everything. And I'm like, and it made me think like, man, this dude committed suicide, which is not. He killed himself. So now his children is gonna be without a dad. His wife is gonna be without a husband. His mom is gonna be grieving. I don't know if he got brothers and sisters, but that's not a good feeling. Like, who was really? And then the post is sometimes you gotta check on some of your stronger people. And I just kept thinking like, man, some of your strongest people, they got to learn how to reach out. Like, if I'm hurting, I got to learn how to reach out. And this is where Tiff come in to play at, and because Tiff would debate about this and was like, I would come off on some, go to the gym, do all this, and Tiff would be like, Dave, you can't, sometimes you just can't, you can't run you can't run what's bothering you off like that. You can't go to the gym and work it off. It don't work like that. And I'm thinking, and I'm always trying to understand, like, a person that commits suicide. And I can't put myself in their position because I don't know what's going on with them. So this dude committed suicide, and then they held him up as like as a good dude. And I don't know the dude or anything like that and everything. Mad love to him. Mad love to, but I'm like, people post, I'm like, who is this nigga? And you never know people. Well, you never know what somebody's going through.
Yeah, it was the same way with that lady. I can't recall her name, but she worked for the news station. She jumped out the window in New York. She's a real pretty black girl. Can't remember her name, like NBC News or something. But she was a news anchor in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was last year that she just jumped out the window, man, and took her life.
Mm.
And everybody was talking about how, just like how they were sharing Twitch's TikTok videos all of the days before he passed, how he was dancing and all that. And, same thing with her. Just watching all her newscasts and her smiling and bright and dancing around and, didn't see nothing wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And then and when you going through situations like that, like, who do you lean on?
Well, a lot of those people feel like they have nobody to lean on, and that's why they end up doing what they do. You know what I mean? Because nobody's gonna understand. Like,
right.
What is anybody gonna like? Or people is gonna feel. People gonna look at me different. They're gonna judge me. They're gonna laugh at me. You know what I mean? Because everybody got problems, right?
Right.
And it could be worse. How people talk. You know what I mean? Or So that's the thing, man. People don't want to, all the time speak about what they're going through because you don't have the answer to those problems for the person. You know what I mean? And they don't want to be judged. They don't want to be looked at any kind of or judged any kind of way.
Right, right. I mean, and when you kind of like when I seen him, they put up him, Robin Williams. Who's another person that committed suicide? Robin Williams was one of them. He was another one of them. And it was one of the singers. Didn't Weinstein or something like that?
Amy Winehouse?
Yeah. Did she commit suicide?
No, she had a drug overdose.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I think that who you think about? And who's that white boy? I can't even think of his name.
Is it from
He was like a rock and roll.
Yeah. The dude from Batman. It was drug overdose too. That did Batman.
think so.
He did a hell of a job. Heat. I might be saying this.
Keith Ledger.
Yeah, Keith Ledger.
Keith Ledger.
Did, did,
I'm not sure.
did he
Let me-
overdose or did he commit suicide?
I don't know, but let's see who's this on the phone line. Where you calling from?
Calvin Man.
Cal, my man, Cal.
We got another call in. We got no. Well, no, we gonna.
Cal, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, sir. These boys, Cal, and this is why I text you, man. So DJ Twitch is the incident with him, as far as like committing suicide and what are some of the things, Cal, that people don't know about? Like, could you study this, Cal? What are some of the signs that the young cats and the young kids, like some of the stuff they deal with, Cal?
So suicide has been going on in our culture since probably the early '70s, right?
Uh-huh.
So when you get into the basis and the volume of what is happening, suicide attacks males more than they do females. Females, they try more than the male. The male execute more. But what we discovered was boys 5 to 11 becoming number one. What we found was the missing ingredients of all of that is the father.
Mm.
So many men do not understand their value. So they don't know their value to their kids. They don't know their value because they've been smothered and mothered. They don't have the access to a dad. They don't have access to what a dad can teach and guide them. So their foundation is off. So a lot of children die by suicide simply because they have an uninvolved father. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that you have pills, you have TV, you have the internet. These are all things that are influencing success. When kids don't have success, they give up. The pain is very, very heavy. And so what happens is that what we need to be talking about and doing is really moving our kids away from these processes. We discover even in video games, right? We discover when you look at where that black boy is. So the black boy is the most removed kid in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Daycare. The black boy is kicked out of daycare immediately. Doesn't matter what daycare. So they can talk that black shit, all that shit. Doesn't matter what daycare. It could be a black-owned daycare, white-owned daycare. The black boy is removed immediately. Education, he's removed immediately. Even in the households, bro, what happens is that we don't understand the value of the boy. And here is the one thing that I've been pushing, that I've been trying to get all of America to understand, right? When the boy or the child has his father from birth to 9, the child lives longer. When you remove the father, you are actually committing child abuse. When you deny the father, it's child abuse. When you do not understand how important the dad really is, and for the dad that doesn't participate, doesn't put his name on birth certificates, doesn't go see about his kid, you're going to read that. And so in that process, when suicide is at play, because kids need touch points, right? We focus in our mentoring program, we focus on touch points. So when our boys walk through the door, we hug them. When our boys walk through the door, we give them high fives. When our boys have a situation, we put our hand on their shoulder. We make sure we're touching our boys at all times for them to experience love from a man. And that is in all cases, when you go and look, 63% of all suicides come from fatherless homes. And I'll repeat that. 63% of all suicides come from fatherless homes. And then when you take into consideration, when a man is involved with his child from birth to 3, he never abandons that child. Right? So what is happening is we get rid of that male. The male doesn't see his value because he's smothered in mother. He's not smothered in father. He doesn't get that. So we have to come all the way. We got to have mentors. We got to have coaches. We got to have, men in the community to help this male see what the male influence look like. And right now, brother, I don't know how many people is really paying attention, but this whole process is under siege, and we spend too much worrying about they instead of working on we. Let's focus on we. You know what I mean? Let's focus on that our kids need education. Let's focus that our boys need to know to read, right? Everybody yelling and screaming, the black woman is the most educated woman in the world. They're yelling and screaming. Well, why is the black boy the most uneducated? Why the black boy don't read? Why the black boy don't lead? You see what I'm saying? And that goes to both. And so suicide is impacting us on every level. Just last week we had two 15-year-olds, one 17-year-old take their life. And I'm getting these calls daily because we're not losing them. When we say smash suicide, we smashing suicide, Dave, with encouragement, empowerment, right, engagement.
Right.
We're smashing suicide by, telling the father he's good, how valuable he really be. You got to fight for this. We smashing suicide because in our mentoring program, we use fathers. And so, it really comes down to how we are interactive and participating in our children's lives. But the boy from 5 to 80, we just got a little bit of support from Flynn Foundation and CNS Healthcare because we put billboards in 9 cities. And actually, at LSU, the University of Louisiana, LSU, as they were coming into the stadium for football games, we had a billboard right there. We did nine other cities raising awareness that boys 5 to 11, right, was suicide. Right. So boys matter. And so that's where we are at, and that's why it's so important that we understand that suicide is not something that you can pass off. You can't punch your son in the chest and tell him to man up. You can't, you can't kick your son and tell him, because when you go and look at the statistics, mothers are more violent toward their sons, right? So we gotta really pay attention to what is really happening to our boys. But at the same time, for any man that's not fighting to see his kid, I can't mess with him.
Yeah. And that's why, like, when I start talking about this, I say, man, let me call Cal. Because Cal, one thing I could say, God, you be wrong about the Lions, you be wrong about the Pistons. But one thing that I know, what I know, Cal, talk about this subject, guy, you 100% right. Now, you may think, the Lions got the best this and best that. I'll be like, Cal be on bullshit right here. Cal don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Right. I only said they was going to win 8. Tomorrow, if they win tomorrow, they'll get 8.
They going to win 8, Cal.
If they win 8, but you win tomorrow, I get 8.
You've been on my head about that, guy. And like I said, I've been perfect. But this year, Cal, I don't know what they doing now, man. Did you hang up? Cal, you still there?
No, I'm here. I'm still here.
We got another caller coming in, actually, Cal. That's what it was.
But, hey, Cal, I appreciate you giving me the wisdom and knowledge, because I had to call a person that know about this before. I don't want to be talking about something that I don't know. I need to call a person that know, Cal.
Hey, anytime you want to talk about boys, men, husbands, and fathers, you got me.
I appreciate you, Cal. Love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're waiting on the call.
Okay. Yeah, man. I appreciate Cal. Like I said, and Cal know it's football. That's one thing. And Cal gonna ride or die with them damn Lions, man.
What's going on, caller? Who this? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Talk, nigga. You heard him in the back.
Who is this guy?
Man, it's Ola Records, man.
Oh my! This the dude, Mark. This the dude I owe the money to, man.
He said, "Oh, up records."
Who you say, Ty? What'd you say, Ty?
This Ola Records.
Oh my goodness, man! The dude that would call
man, you just said in the summertime. I'm glad I took you. You better than goddamn downtown.
Oh my goodness, man! God, my record, Ty, has been impeccable, guy, till I ran up against you, guy. So
guess what?
Hey, turn your computer down in the background, man. We're here bleeding.
Oh, hold on, fam. What I'm saying is, Dave Brown, I'm like Lil Mac. You know when Lil Mac on Mike Tyson punch out, he ran up between Glass Joe. He ran up against Ball Bull. Everybody,
man.
Once you get to Mike Tyson, we gonna knock you out.
God, listen, Ty, they gonna win tomorrow, Ty.
You know. I told you, Dave, we making the playoffs, and we get a first-round pick this year.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
finessed the Rams with Matthew Bum Stafford.
You
We
did.
finessed them, and we got a first-round draft pick, and we going to make the playoffs. So that means we got 2 picks in the first round to make it better. I'm drinking this blue Kool-Aid over here, baby.
That blue Kool-Aid got something in it, though, Ty, though.
I don't give a fuck if they lose. They made the playoffs, Dave. It's something you said they wasn't going to do.
Ty. They got to make the playoffs. You can't get no wild card, guy. You got to make the playoffs.
That's the playoffs.
No,
Playoffs. That's the playoffs.
No, Ty. A wild card is not a playoff guy. I need you to be in order for them to win. They gotta win they next 2-3 games to be in the playoffs. Ty. Tomorrow ain't no wild card. That's on their record.
They gonna win 2. They gonna win 2 out of the next 3.
Okay.
See, they might go tank in Green Bay because they ain't never been shit in Green Bay.
Okay.
But I got faith in them to win 3 straight in a row. Look at that record. The last 3 games we play all bums. If they can't beat these bums, they ain't fuck them. But I know what? I won your $50.
Ty, you ain't gotta put it out there like that. Guy. It's supposed to be like closed
Mark.
in, guy.
Hey Mark, put the Price is Right thing up. Boom, boom, boom.
I want to bet him for tomorrow the game and shit.
Oh my goodness,
That's what I want to
man.
do.
Ty, when I seen you earlier, man, early in the morning, you was at work. I say, man, let me tag this dude getting money like me. So let me tag and tell him, listen, man, I got your money. I'm ready, guy. This dude gonna re-tag me and try to get the smoke on me. And then, cats be hating, guys. They see cats swing on me, they like, fuck it, let me swing too.
No, they swing on you, I'm swinging on them. That's how it's gonna go. Don't nobody get up on our business. And Dave, I actually didn't know we made that bet. I was drunk. We be getting fucked up at the speed bump.
For sure.
When we made that bet,
You didn't remember that, Ty?
Hell no, but good thing you remind me it's Christmas time. Thank you, Santa Claus.
So I could not say shit and just kept the shit moving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
sometimes sometimes the closed mouth don't get fed.
Oh man, but guy, I wouldn't have done you like that because I don't think you.
I already know you're a good man. Definitely a good brother. Always been a good brother. A1 from day one. Never no faking over. Anybody fuck with, excuse my language, I don't know if I can cuss on your podcast, but anybody fuck with my mans, we on your ass.
I say, damn, man. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock, guy, for sure, guy. Hopefully they lose and we can just be like, but hey, you said
it's always double or nothing.
Oh my good no, guy. I ain't fuck with you on that, guy. They
scared,
might win now tomorrow, guy.
It's always double or nothing.
The bank is always open, huh?
Goddamn right, over in this motherfucker it is.
Man.
Goddamn right. That's why I go to work every day to make sure the bank stay open. So,
all right, guys.
All right, bless you y'all boys, man. Happy holiday.
You too,
y'all
guys.
families, man. Bless, peace to the kings. Y'all know how we do it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Man, Mark. So I could have said
You
nothing.
gotta learn to shut your damn mouth sometime, Dave. Always talking, Dave. Just talking. Talk yourself into a hole on top of a hole.
So I could have just
finessed
shut the
him
fuck
up, Dave.
No, that ain't that
ain't right.
That ain't right,
That
guy.
ain't right.
That ain't
See,
right.
That's not Dave's way, right? But see, you didn't even know what you was doing when you was doing it. That's the thing about it.
I was talking I was talking too tough. Tough tone. I'm over there talking about I got the iceberg. I got the bus on, bitch.
You got a chinchilla, you David
What?
Cucciolo right now.
And now I got to cash out.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, man. But hey, man, it's better for me to give it to Ty than anybody else. So I'm glad. Like the 7 other clowns.
You can give it to me.
The 7 other clowns I took money. I was glad I took money from them. I was glad I took money from them. I was just trying to take money from Ty. And listen, if I got to give it to Ty, it's like I'm giving it to myself. So hey, that's what it is, man. So
what's the shit you got me drinking, Dave?
The shit that my man Ray gave me. It's that XO. Remember, it's the Puff Daddy.
Brandy.
You don't like brandy?
Ciroc brandy?
Yeah, Ciroc brandy.
This guy just hit me and shit. I was drinking water a minute ago. So.
Oh. That boy.
No, it's good.
Did it go around smooth?
It actually is. It actually is smooth.
Is it better than not?
I don't really fuck with Ciroc. I don't really fuck with Ciroc, the vodka, like especially them flavors and shit. I don't fuck with that.
Now, Is it smoother than Hennessy? Go down a little rough, don't it?
Hennessy go down rough as fuck.
That go down a little smooth.
That's definitely smoother than Hennessy.
Okay.
Definitely
See, I'm
smoother
not
than
a pro at it, guy. And when they was like, "Here, man, take this for the pot."
Shit, that might be smooth. That's smoother than Hennessy and Remy.
Now my man P Dub fuck with the Remy.
Yeah, I fuck with the Remy.
Remy go down.
But that's brandy though, so that's cognac.
Right.
Hennessy,
It's two different types of flavors.
Shit, just brands of types of liquor. You know what I mean?
Now brandy is
You got tequilas, cognacs, brandies,
Right.
fucking, whiskey and shit.
whiskey go down rough.
Some of 'em.
Rips you go down there, goddamn rip your soul out sometimes, don't it?
Gin will rip your damn soul out. Yeah, some tequilas and shit is harsh for me.
Yeah. I see my man T Hen and then tapped in E-Pate. Hopefully E-Pate, if you see this, the number on here. So Isaiah Thomas came on the pivot. Have you seen that?
Right a little bit. You
Huh?
in the camera.
Right.
There you go,
Isaiah Thomas was on the pivot.
yeah. I seen that. Yeah.
That interview was better than the Last Dance of Michael Jordan's. I didn't know, and I think the only people that really know about this shit is people that know about the city of Detroit. Somebody like E-Pate, my man E-Pate. So E-Pate probably knew about when the Pistons played at Joe Louis Arena. E-Pate knew about when the Pistons played at the Palace. I mean, at Pontiac Silverdome. E-Pate know when the Pistons played at the Pontiac Silverdome. I mean, the Palace.
Mm-hmm.
So E-Pate know this history. I didn't know that Isaiah Thomas, when Michael Jordan got to Chicago as a rookie, I might be quoting it wrong. His first 5 years, did you know that Isaiah Thomas' nephew, was it nephew or cousin? Nephew, okay, Isaiah Thomas' cousin lived with Michael Jordan for 5 years? Because in Chicago, they had gangs.
Mm-hmm.
So Isaiah Thomas' family was heavily in gangs and everything. His nephew lived with Michael Jordan for 5 years, so won't nobody fuck with Michael Jordan. I didn't know this. So anything that Michael Jordan needed to do or was trying to do, Isaiah Thomas made sure that nobody fucked with Michael Jordan. So when you got the documentary come out of The Last Dance, Michael Jordan didn't bring that up. He didn't. All he brought up was Isaiah Thomas was an asshole. He was a hating ass little punk. He was
thugs,
he was a
you know
thug.
what I'm saying? Detroit Pistons was thugs, and they wasn't worthy of being in the league and all that other type of shit.
Bill Laimbeer coming out of the University of Notre Dame, the first time he was called a thug was when he was with the Detroit Pistons. Bill Laimbeer has never been called a thug all the years that he been the white boy. That's like when the last time you heard somebody call Eminem a thug? Don't nobody call Eminem no thug because Eminem, first of all, he trashed with the rhymes.
And that was the thing. One of the things I remember him saying, how they associated that with the whole, with just the culture of Detroit City.
Yeah.
And then put that on the basketball team as well.
And Isaiah Thomas got to talking about stuff on the pivot that nobody talked about. I ain't never heard this before.
Ever.
So it blew me away. And dude, did you know that Isaiah Thomas' mama called Coleman Young and said, listen, my baby is going to be in Detroit for a while. Make sure don't nobody touch him. And nobody touched Isaiah Thomas. When your mama called the mayor of the city of Detroit, first of all, you called the first black mayor that was in the United States. Coleman A. Young. Affiliated with everything in the city of Detroit. Nobody fucked with Isaiah Thomas. That's power. And then Isaiah Thomas turned around and looked out for Michael Jordan, and then it made me look like Mike was like, wait, a bitch ass nigga. I was like, wow. And that interview was one of the most Like, I just let it run. And I looked at the whole thing. I'm like, wow, didn't know that. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Didn't know that and everything. And Isaiah Thomas, everything that he said, all you got to do is fact. Dudes love to do fact checks. Go fact check everything he said. This dude said that Detroit Pistons won. If you're from Detroit, you know this. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Pistons. They beat the Lakers. They beat Boston. And they beat Chicago. Those are the most popular teams in the NBA during that era. The Detroit Pistons beat all of them. And they got cheated. And that's what he was like, man. I felt like we got
Original
cheated.
Bad Boys is the greatest basketball team of all time.
Boy. And nobody has done a documentary of them. Nobody.
Because you know why. Because of how they're blackballed against the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan.
Right.
They're basically blackballed.
And Michael Jordan has been like the
Because we talking about two people, right? One person, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, right? Versus a whole team. Like, this is a whole squad.
And Isaiah Thomas said this. He was like, they got all of the players that was on the Piston team. They wound. Dennis Rodman played for the Bulls.
I was about to say, then he came and got all of my people, right?
John Sally played for the Bulls. James Edwards played for the Bulls. Who another person played for the Bulls? From the Pistons.
I think is that it?
No, it was somebody else. It was John Sally.
Mark Aguirre?
No, Dennis Rodman. James Edwards. Somebody else that went to play. But he had a lot of people that he came and got their people and played for the Bulls. And then it was to the point where him and Joe Dumars fell out because Joe Dumars was kicking it with Michael Jordan. And Isaiah Thomas like, dude, we can't kick it with this dude. You at dinner with this dude, kicking it with this dude. It's like you telling this dude our whole game plan. It was just, man, listen, if you want to look at a podcast or, if you want to look at the podcast, first look at Detroit Stand Up podcast on 7 Mile Radio. That shit is fire. But if you want to look at maybe like the next podcast to entertain you, look at The Pivot with Isaiah Thomas and everything. So, that it is what it is and everything. And my man Tory Lanez might be getting off, Mark. I fuck with Tory Lanez.
I know you too.
I fuck with the lanes. Gotta stay right in my lane, and I try to burn that shit. I fuck with Tory Lanez, man. And Meg, have you read up on the shit, Mark?
I've been following it vaguely, not all of the details in specific.
The shit been falling apart, ain't it?
Yeah. But from what I hear, Meg been doing a lot of fibbing.
Man, it's a lot of bullshit going on, man.
It's been doing a lot of lying.
Man, she said she didn't give my man a shot of that thing.
Oh man, we knew she was lying about that off the dribble, though. We knew.
And then she went on TV and talked about that, man.
Yeah, the interview with Oprah's girl.
Yeah,
shit. You know what I mean, she went on there and said that we didn't have no relation. But you see the pause, the hesitation when she asked that.
What?
Question.
She probably freak nasty, all that type of stuff.
She probably fucked him and the chick and
What?
the other nigga. All of them was fucking. That was what it was all about and shit. They was all fucking.
They had a big party going on and everything.
Man.
So hey, that right there made me, when I heard that, I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Because when I was talking about, Tory Lanez album out, I was getting a lot of heat, like how dare you listen to his music? This dude shoots women. He don't and now look what's going on right now. Look what's going on right now. Bet. That's what I'm talking about. Even some of the haters of the men was quiet and everything. So hey, I like it. So,
So the other two Pistons a couple of other Pistons that you're probably thinking about that played for the Bulls wasn't at that same time. We talking about Ben Wallace and Lindsey Hunter.
But they wasn't on the.
That's what I'm saying. They wasn't original Bad Boys. So you might have been thinking about them, but the only the three that I'm seeing from that time see, what was it? Orlando Woolridge, Brad Sellers. This is a list of people who coached or played for the Pistons and the Bulls.
During Michael Jordan's era?
But I don't know. Yeah, this is period. This is all time, not during Michael Jordan's era. Yeah. So we got Doug Collins, Brad Sellers, Orlando Woolridge, Dennis Rodman, James Edwards, John Sally, Brian Williams.
See, Brian Williams on that team. He played for the Pistons. Yeah, Brian Williams on that team.
Ben Wallace, Lindsey Hunter, Ben Gordon, and that's it.
Okay. But like I said, I know them two people and everything.
Yeah, Sally, so. Rodman, and Edwards and shit for sure.
When I went down to Atlanta, man, first of all, Mark, I got the tickets. My Spirit, man, they played me, Mark.
You flew Spirit Day?
Look, I fuck with Spirit, but
I ain't saying nothing wrong, but I mean, from what the reviews are when we see here online, it's
Spirit, they gave me the remix. They gave me the after party. They gave me the after party remix. And then they gave me the, what's after party remix? They gave me the strip club dirty version that you may or may not get in. And my shit with them, I bought tickets for $58 round trip. So I'm
you got what you paid for, Dave.
I maybe, but normally I fly with Spirit early in the morning, Mark. But this particular time, my flight was at 6 o'clock, and I'm like, I normally don't fuck with Spirit after 10 o'clock in the morning because I know shit go left. But I'm like, not with Mr. Detroit. I got this in the bag. I'm gonna make this happen. $58? The whole fam going, let's go. Let's boss up. We in this boy. And when I got there, Mark, my flight was supposed to wind up in Atlanta at 10 o'clock because I was supposed to be going to a party. Mark, I ain't getting to Atlanta at 1 o'clock. I didn't get to the house in Atlanta until like 1 o'clock in the morning. They had a delay. Then they had the pilots wasn't coming. Then they had, we gonna clean the plane. And then we got to, we making sure everything is, I'm talking about like, man, they hit you with so many remixes. You couldn't do nothing but just get your hands up and just be like, fuck, we partying. I don't even hear the music, but I'm just moving. I'm like, damn, Spirit, this what we doing? And in the back of my mind, I can hear the Puffy like, take that. I'm like, damn, Spirit. But I got there. So I'm like, all right, bet. I get there. It's damn near midnight. I can't go to the party, so I got to come home and lay down. I come home and lay down. The game starts at 9. The game is at noon. So you got to get there at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, man, but fuck it. I'm going to this how Mr. Detroit do. I'm in Atlanta. I'm going to take the MARTA from Stone Mountain to downtown. So we get up to the MARTA. We take the subway downtown. I'm on the MARTA. I got the 7 Mile radio jacket on and everything.
I seen you.
One of the ladies at the 7 Mile on the MARTA was like, I know this dude. That's David. That's Mr. Detroit right there. I went to school with her. She spotted me right there. I'm like, oh my goodness, this big ass. They're like, dude, you got your face on the back of the jacket. Goddamn, what you expect? We go there at the game and everything. I'm in the seats and everything. I'm rooting for Jackson State. I'm like, come on, please pull this off so I can talk shit. Cause I don't need Michigan to win. I need Jackson State to win so I can talk shit. I'm finna just blaze their ass. They lost the game. We doing what we do. We get back and everything. We get back on the plane. We come back home. Mark, they hit me with a remix again, Mark. They hit me with the remix again, man.
What happened on the way home?
Dude, they told me that they got a delay going on. We go from gate 2 to 4, back to 2 to 4, back to 2 to 4, from 4 to 2. I'm like, damn. And once again, this is at 9 o'clock. I didn't get home till 1 in the morning, man. But I had a good time in Atlanta and everything. They definitely showed me love and everything. So, you know, I mad love to Atlanta and everything. And, you know, hey, I just like, damn, man. Damn. They hit you with the remix, man. And Frontier was right next to me. So Frontier, what they did was they told people either to reschedule or refund. And I think Frontier is like they partner with Spirit. If I wouldn't say so, if you didn't like it, either you got to refund, you refund your money, or you need to reschedule. What we doing? So the people had to stay in the airport to the next morning, and it's a different ball game out there, man. Especially when you flying, man. You got to boss your life up, man. You definitely got to boss your life up. So, hey, Spear, you definitely did me dirty, man. You definitely did me dirty. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, and everything. So, did you I don't know if nobody's seen Dr. Umar Johnson's interview with when he was on Charlamagne show. I don't like calling him Charlamagne the God no more. Charlamagne the show. Cause Charlamagne be on some he be on some other shit sometimes, man. Definitely be on some other shit to the point where I be like, man, I don't really know about you, man. I don't really know about you.
Yeah, you didn't see the episode or the time period when they had them dials, when he had them dials set up behind him.
No,
man, I gotta show you. Oh man,
what kind of dials he had behind him? Some inappropriate dials?
Yeah, man, it was a dark skinned dude.
And he thought it was funny.
It was a dark skinned dude and a light skinned dude. And every episode for like a month, they was behind him. You know how to set this little shit behind. They was behind him in some very compromising positions, and he was just acting like they
some dials.
Yeah, man, some toy dials. I'll have to send you the clip, man, or the clips.
Wow. Wow, I didn't. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Nah, it was a dark skinned dude and a light skinned dude.
These are dials.
Yeah.
These not humans.
So think about like a black Ken doll and a light skinned Ken doll.
Right. And they're standing behind him.
They're on the ledge behind him. And one of them is hitting them from the back and shit, right? And on 1 week.
Whoa,
You know what I'm saying?
whoa. I'm
telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you.
And then the next week.
Next week, there's some other kind of crazy ass position, dog. Every week, it was some I'm telling you. I'll send you the clip.
And he was doing this on purpose?
No, the thing about it is when he was addressed, he'd like, what are you talking about? I don't see it. I don't what are you talking about? He acting oblivious to the shit.
Oh, wow. And his name is Charlamagne the God.
And then did you see, I don't know, it was the latest episode where Glorilla was there.
Who is Gorilla? The dude that be dancing, not the dark skinned dude that be dancing.
Not Grooving Gorilla.
Okay, help me out.
I said Glorilla. She's a female artist from Memphis that just signed with CMG. The one, the fuck nigga free song that everybody sing. I'm F-N-F-N, fuck nigga free.
Yeah.
That's her. That's Glorilla, right? So she was on the Breakfast Club, and for some reason or another, she got up to show her ass or whatever, and Charlamagne was just like looking the other way, and Angela Yee was like, "Yeah, look at Charlamagne, like he ain't even looking. He got the
why he ain't want to look at that ass?"
Well, one thing about it is he has daughters damn near her age, so that's probably one angle of it. But that was just, he just has.
So this particular lady, she was like 16, 17 then?
No, Glorilla is. I mean, I don't know how old she is. She at least 20 something.
And Charlamagne God got a daughter that's
around that age group.
Okay.
19-ish. If she's 23 and his daughter 19.
Right. That's
close
around
enough.
Yeah, most definitely. Wow.
But yeah, I got to show you clips about the damn dolls. That's some You know, I always, you know, because I used to watch the Breakfast Club and shit. You know what I mean, in the morning, and
Right.
before I used to do the Ubers and shit, and it was just funny, man. Like, damn, why do you got these dials set up behind you? With it was. I'll send y'all that. I'll send you.
Man, I don't. It's like even with music, Mark. I'm asking, and I'm in this last 20 minutes, I may go left because it's only right that I go left. So you have people doing music now, and you got like you hear a lot of people just rapping about certain stuff. Mark, when you gonna get a rapper, and I'm begging one rapper to talk about fuck them Jews. I mean, I can rap about pulling up with the choppers.
David, let me explain something to you.
I got you.
If you own the record company,
Right.
You're David.
Right. Got you.
You're the one that own the record company.
Mm-hmm.
You are signing and putting the money up behind to push and promote these artists that are on your label.
Right.
An artist comes up with an album centered around Fuck David.
Mm-hmm.
Do you help them push that album?
What if he got bars?
I'm asking you. If he got bars and he's saying "fuck you," the regular person that own my label, that own the label, you gonna put the money up to sell that product?
If he say, if the same type of flow that he has, he's saying.
So the flow has if he's flowing good.
Definitely. If the flow is good, I mean, listen, I gotta go with the flow because that's what they do.
That's what who do?
That's what they do.
Who?
That's what they do.
Who?
That's what they do, Mark.
This nigga here. Obviously they don't, Dave, and that's
I mean,
the
I'm
point
saying,
that I'm making. Listen,
no,
that's the point that I'm making. They don't.
No, but if
they're not gonna put money behind pushing artists that are dissing them, basically.
That would diss them. But if I come out with a song that's dissing myself, that got the flow, they gonna push that shit. No, it's what the fuck is this, Mark? I mean,
yes.
Okay, that's just saying.
It happens every day.
I'm just saying. What now?
So you asking why won't we have any artists to come out and say "fuck the Jews" because the companies are on?
Well, you don't need that. I just need a dude to come out with a dope ass beat with some fresh ass album.
Well, guess what? It already exists, but you don't know about it because it ain't mainstream.
Where is that? I ain't never heard it. I don't even know
what
it exists.
What did I just say? That's why. Because they're not putting the money behind it, Dave. You think you know about do you think you know about every hip hop song ever exists ever by every artist in the world ever? You can't.
Listen, if I know Mark came out with a song called,
but you don't know. That's what I'm pointing.
You can't stop it, Mark. I can come out with a song right now and just put it.
Okay, it's probably somebody in California right now that has a song about it.
I'm gonna find somebody.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of this type of stuff that we talk about exists, but it's not in the mainstream. It's not presented to us. It's not pushed.
It don't even have to be in the mainstream. Do it, Mark.
My thing is, it has to be in the mainstream enough for you to know about it. That's my thing. Dog.
I don't think they rapping about it, Mark.
I think it's happening.
I don't think they rapping about it. I don't think nobody is doing like shit. Lil Wayne come out with a song called that. Lil Wayne ain't gonna do that shit, Mark.
No.
Drake can come out with a song called "Fuck the Jews." I'm reaching.
Drake is Jew, nigga. What is you talking about?
Sometimes you gotta fucking dish yourself.
Dave, would you dish yourself?
Black folk, no, I wouldn't do it, but no, I wouldn't do it, but Lil Durk do it.
So you expecting somebody else to do something?
Yeah. I expect for them to do something. I'm just talking right, Mark. But yeah, I expect for them goddamn niggas to do the same thing. If you can come out, listen, black folks, black ignorant motherfuckers. If you can come out with a song called, if you can come out with a song, you rapping at a grave, pissing on somebody's grave that look like you, and that shit get, what's it called in Chicago? It's called drill music. Nigga, can I get somebody to give me some Jew music? Give me some Jew music that can like stimulate and make them think. Give me some Jew bars. I'm gonna have this shit took it off the airway
No,
tomorrow.
man.
Okay, cool. I need somebody. Listen. Hold my hands up. Give me somebody that's gonna talk about this shit, man. We didn't heard.
Hey, breaking news, Dave.
What's that? Somebody help me out. Somebody got some facts.
CNN reports.
Right, CNN.
Tory Lanez found guilty of shooting Meg Thee Stallion in 2020.
They no, Mark. They didn't do that, Mark, to my man Lane.
27 minutes ago, Dave. CNN. I'm looking at it right now. CNN, New York Times, and CBS News reports.
That Tory Lanez found guilty.
In shooting of Meg Thee Stallion.
How, Sway? How, Sway? So Tory Lanez finna go to jail. So if Tory Lanez get found guilty of shooting that young lady, he going to jail. Did they? I mean, did it say?
Jury convicted him on all 3 counts.
All 3. That's a lot. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. That mean he finna go to jail. Hold on, Mark. So when this case first started, it's some fuckery going on, Mark. It's a women's movement going on up in there. You know me, when as soon as this podcast over, I'm gonna go find out who the judge is. I wanna know. It got to be a woman judge, guy. It has to be a woman judge. All 3 counts, and we were just talking about. Did you see his lawyer talking about how they were just? Didn't somebody else get said that they was the shooter. These niggas just put Tory, my man Lanez, on all 3 counts. That's fucked up. So now he gonna be sitting next to R. Kelly. Wow. Mark, did you hear the R. Kelly album?
That was old shit, man. That wasn't new music.
Oh,
I admit shit. That was old. And it wasn't supposed to come out. Legend has it there was some shit that somebody concocted and put on there. You know what I mean?
so they just made an album.
They just put some of R. Kelly's old music together and shit. Unknown, a lot of unpopular music.
Damn, you can't get no name on who did that shit, and then be like, Kirk Anderson did this, or
I don't know.
Or Brad Pitt did this. You can't.
Who, me?
No, I'm just saying, like when you do shit like
when
that,
shit is done like that, like who's responsible?
it needs to be like, okay, we're gonna point to that person right there. That's who did this. Dude, they put my man Lanez down like that?
All 3 counts, Dave.
They dirty, man. They dirty, man. Wow. Wow. Only in America, man. Only in America. Mark, let me ask you this, because me and my boy, the dude I work out with, we brought up this trans thing, right? And I was like, my man Mark loves to bring up this trans financial. I say, man, I stay away from this shit, because anytime you bring up trans in anything, I'm falling back. I don't want to fuck with it. And so, if you look up trans polar or trans, is it trans bipolar? Transpolar?
Anyway, what is it, Dave?
Basically what he was talking about, the first term that he used, it was basically saying like, it's a term that it talks about a particular sexual person. But then when you put the trans in there, it talks about how the trans becomes a racial term directed towards a person. And so I'm like, how do you put, first of all, the person,
Are you explaining that right there?
I might not be, but because we was talking about it, but when you put trans with the word, it freaks it and twists it around, and when you put trans in, it's like you directing hate towards an individual. And so I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, man. And I was like, hold on. So when Mark put trans financial, and I was like, why Mark just don't use, I like, why Mark just don't use, say, I'm financial? No, he was like, why Mark just don't say financial? I'm like, no, Mark just like to use that transformer word, and I be falling back on that shit because I don't fuck with that word. And so he was like, so anytime you put, so you remember you said you want to be trans financial? So being trans financial stops you from being financial. Because you become. I get
what you're saying. It's like, because if you're trans financial, you're not really financial. You just identify as financial. And I get what you're saying, but the way that the world works today, that's honored. So what my thing is, right? If a person can just say that I'm born as a man, but I identify as a woman, and the world has to honor that or respect that, and they get to be put in places that women go and that women belong. Right, because that's what they feel about themselves. I feel like I should be rich. I feel like I should be financially well off and shouldn't have to pay for nothing. Right.
But then that's when flip mode is the greatest come in at. Mark is trans financial. Well, Mark,
it has nothing to do with sexuality. So now you're gonna bend.
That's what they do. Somebody is sitting in the lab and like.
No, but see, there's a lot of other trans things that have nothing to do with trans, like us with the sexuality, like trans age, right? The people who are grown as hell and they identify with being a baby. Okay, people who are trans, abled, right? Transabled. People who are just as able as you, but identify as handicapped. So they walk around in wheelchair. Well, not walk around. They roll around in wheelchairs and they park in handicap spots. And they take the benefits that handicapped people have, right? Type shit. So these things have nothing to do with sexuality. All that trans means in these situations, and these are the people who, this is what you identify as. I identify as something. Yeah, it has nothing to do with sexuality.
Right. So when you deal with transphobia, having or showing a dislike or strong prejudice against transgender people.
That's what they would say you have.
No, see, so
you so much so that you don't even want to identify with nothing. Even they got the word trans in it. So that would be how somebody would define somebody like you.
Right. So and then it's considered as bullying. It's common, bisexual, and transphobia attitude. So, but when you look at phobia is something that you don't like. You don't want to mess with. But then as soon as you put that transformer on there, that motherfucker starts transforming. It's like, hey, buddy, hold on now. Having or showing dislike. So I'm like, how you go from I have a phobia, that means I'm scared of something. But then as soon as you put a trans on there, it's like you start, I'm like, how do you who sit back and change the whole wording of that?
The narrative of that word or
yes.
The definition of it.
Like,
that's the thing. That's what they do. They take that. They try to put a sexual tone on as much as they can, and that's what I'm telling you, right? But see, you doing it as well. You just don't realize it. Because anything that says trans, you identify with being sexual. You're scared of it.
I only want it to be a part of me. Because it transformed into something else, Mark.
Transphobia, dog. See,
It transformed. It's like an Autobot. You deceiving me. So we was talking about this. He was like, I mean, we got I think 11 minutes. He was like, so he started talking about like women that are men.
We're talking about sexual though.
But I'm just saying.
That's all. But see, you stuck on that, and that's the thing. That's you.
But you don't want to be deceived. One thing I don't want to be deceived.
Okay, well then don't be deceived, eh?
So that means it goes back to me on
know
phobia
know
because
what
I'm
you know.
scared. I'm scared of because I might have a trans come in and fuck everything up because right now I got a phobia of shit because the way it is right now, Mark. And I'm glad you're smoking because the third eye is gonna help me because you're smarter right now. So I'm trying to defeat my phobia. I'm rolling with my phobia because I'm like, okay, man, I want to fall in love. But then when I meet this person, are they a transformer on me? And so you can't go into a situation. And he was like, man, I got rights right now. It's like I'm scared to go into a situation because a person would go into a situation and be like, okay, I was a boy. I felt like a woman my whole life. So I'm going to change my birth certificate. I'm going to change my whole body. I'm going to change everything. And I don't have a right to say who I am because I've been feeling like this all my whole life. So now you meet somebody that's like, that fall in love with you. And then you be like, shouldn't that person say, hey, listen, buddy, I transformed into something else. But that person that transformed into something else sits back and say, no, I've been feeling like this all my life. I don't have to tell you shit. And so now you have somebody looking like, yes, you do. I've been dealing with you for X amount of years, and now you then deceive me. That's when the Decepticon shows up. It fucks everything up. And so we working out. He looking like, I got rights, man. I got rights. I need to know this. And so now you have people saying, hey, man, listen, I felt like this all my life. I'm going to roll like this. This what it is. It's like it never ends, man. It's fucked up. You got the Transformers and you got the Decepticons. You don't know what you going to do. So
You silly as hell.
I'm just saying, guy. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate you. I'm back. I appreciate everybody showing love and everything. Mark, appreciate you too. Tiff, G-Fan ain't here. We love everybody. Detroit Stand Up. We're going to be back next Friday, man. Wrap up. Make a baby. Because it's cold. You can't do nothing else. You can't do nothing else, man. Go ahead and make a baby. It's cold. Detroit Stand Up. Beer Gang gonna stand 1,000, man. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.